I heard about Farrell's through a softball teammate of mine who had really good results and really good things to say about the program. And she had been talking about the 10-week challenge and how big of a game changer it was for her. So I heard it from her, and the rest is history, kind of. I've been a member just over 2 years. Started in January 2019 with my 10-week challenge. So kind of my path with, starting at Farrell's is, again, I had heard my friend talking about the 10-week challenge. I thought it was something I would never, ever do. So, I just saw her Facebook post, scrolled past them, whatever. It was something I was like, there's no way I can work out 6 days a week. All that sounds awful. Never doing it. I've always been like, an athlete. So I love sports, but I've always hated working out at a gym. And I tried a billion gyms and it would stick for a little bit. And then I'd quit and still be paying the membership. So, all of a sudden it was kind of one day I went up my apartment stairs and I was tired. I was winded from going up the stairs. I was like, I'm so sick of this. A new year is coming up. I need to do something that's out of my comfort zone, and I'm just going to go for this. So I messaged the friend whose Facebook posts I had seen, and I said, I'm 80% of the way there, 90% of the way there. What's this final push that you can tell me about why I should join this place? And she gave me a long spiel about how, it's not just the workouts, it's the community. You'll never believe the transformation you'll go through. And so that was kind of the final push I needed. And I signed up and I did it. And I have never been happier about a decision. My journey is kind of unique actually from other people's, I feel like, because I hit 5 weeks and I had lost like 10 pounds and a little bit of body fat. And I was like, okay, great. I can let up a little bit. And looking back, it's like, why did you do that? It's not like I, stopped going or just ate whatever I want, but I kind of let my foot off the gas a little bit. And I do wish I wouldn't have done that, but my overall results, I was still really happy with. Man, my clothes were really loose. It was, I could talk forever about all of the changes, but the body fat loss was very satisfying. Love the sports thing, but I don't know. I had never been able to find a workout that worked for me. The longest I ever stuck with one was CrossFit, and I did it for a year. And I realized like every time I left my house for the gym, I was dreading it. I got so anxious. I was like, what are they going to throw at me? And eventually I realized like, I'm not interested in like Olympic style weightlifting. So I don't think this is ever going to be for me. And after that, I didn't go for a very long time. Showed up on day one of the 10-week challenge, kickboxed once. And it's like, this is my thing. I finally understand why people enjoy working out. It's crazy. I can't fathom like how it took me that long to find something. But the thing about kickboxing is it feels a little bit competitive. I mean, we used to be able to spar with people, and so that pushed you. But even when you're alone on the bag, it's like, okay, I'm pushing myself. You look at the my zone thing. I'm in the green or I'm in the yellow. Well, I can push myself more. Let's go. And so because I'm intensely competitive, kickboxing is perfect for me. I kind of went in blind, like no expectations, because I, again, have never enjoyed working out. So I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to like this. See how it goes. I was all about losing weight. And then, of course, you learn that that's not really the deal. It's, you want to lose body fat. I wasn't trying to gain muscle at that point because it wasn't my priority. And that's kind of changed, interestingly enough. Honestly, my biggest fear when I started was that I wouldn't see results or that I would quit. And neither of those things happened. I saw really good results and I loved it. I mean, I'm still at Farrell's after over 2 years. It was a lot better than I could have imagined going in. And I didn't even do like a test class or whatever, the free weeks where you can go in and take a class. I didn't even do that. I just went in on the first day totally blind, and it ended up working out. I don't know what it was. I was like, oh, well, if I take a free class, it's going to be with all these experienced people and I'll never learn how to do any of this stuff. Whereas like, I think the start of the 10-week challenge was like, there's going to be so many other beginners in there that I'll feel okay about it. My support system. So I joined January of 2019. And at the time, my fiance, Megan, was not a gym member yet. She wasn't with Farrell's. So, I kind of told her, like, here's what I'm doing. It's for 10 weeks. I'm going to try to eat a little better. She does all the cooking in our household. So she could not have been more supportive. Like, just tell me what you need. Give me recipes. I'll make them. Whatever you need, just do it. And so, I'd get up in the morning, every morning for 10 weeks at that time I was going at 6 a.m. And, no complaints. When I was exhausted the first couple weeks and had to go to bed at like 8 p.m. because my body was just so tired. It's like, all right, good night. And, it's just that amount of support for someone who wasn't participating. Like, it just blew my mind. And it was such a big part of my 10-week success. And then a year later, in January 2020, Megan decided to do the 10-week challenge, which was awesome. And now it's like we support each other. We, decide on our meal plans together. We get up at 4:05 in the morning and go to class at 5 a.m. every day. It's such a big part of why I've been successful, honestly. Like before she joined and especially since she joined. The most cliche thing that I always hear about gyms is like, oh, the people there are so great. They really care about you. It's like a community. So to be honest, when I came into Farrell's, I was like, this is going to be like any other gym where everybody says that. And then everyone has their little cliques. And it was like the first week, Sarah Hanks knew everybody's name, every single person. It was just incredible. And she would come up to everybody, address them by name, have a conversation with them, right? And so that was the first thing where I was like, okay, maybe this place is different. After I did my 10-week challenge, I struggled for like the, June through December. I went back almost to where I started when I started the 10-week challenge. And again, a lot of people don't know that, but so I showed up like January, whatever of 2020, back to my old self pretty much. And everyone in the 5 a.m. crew just welcomed me with open arms and encouraged me and supported me. And like, it was just mind blowing. I've never had any of that. And now it's like to the point where if I'm not at a 5 a.m. class, everyone's like, oh my gosh, where were you? Are you okay? Is everything okay? And like, not only does that hold me accountable, but it just means a lot from a community perspective. So that's like one of the biggest things that has really just blown my mind about Farrell's. Obviously, everyone looks at, the physical results and how they've changed that way. And absolutely, I've lost a lot of body fat. I've gained a ton of muscle. That's great. It's really great. But, I feel better. My mental health is so much better. Like, I sleep better. It's just all of the things that, we at Farrell's call non-scale victories that are really, really, really important. I mentioned my clothes fitting better. It's all of those little things that all of those put together just make this the most incredible thing that I've ever been a part of. Ooh, it's really, really hard to pick a favorite part, like just one favorite part. But I think overall, just the complete lifestyle change has been my favorite. Just realizing that, like, I can be healthy and also enjoy life a lot. There's a very happy medium. And a lot of gyms or nutrition programs or whatever, they don't really have that approach. It's kind of like the one or the other. And so I think kind of realizing that this is a lifestyle change, not, just something you do for a little bit, and then B, that you can also have a lot of fun and still be healthy. If I had to pick just one person at Pharaoh's who's made the biggest difference, I think I would go back to Sarah Hanks, because again, the first week it's like, wow, this is so out of my comfort zone. I'm going to hate this. And she greets you immediately like you're an old friend. Like, I felt like I had known her forever after the first week. And a few times when I was struggling or needed a little bit extra encouragement, I would message her on Facebook and she would know like the exact right thing to say. One day I didn't show up for class because I just felt like my body was exhausted. And she was like, that's okay. Listen to your body. There's nothing wrong with, missing a class now and then. Don't even worry. Just little things like that, or even, having a more specific question about nutrition. It's just, she always knows the right thing to say, or if I'm maybe not pushing myself hard enough in class, she knows that like the exact thing that motivates me is like, all right, I bet Sami can get into the red here. I bet she'll be the next one in the red. And it's like, okay, well, now I have to. So, yeah, she's an incredible human being. I guess I'd just tell people, like, if anyone is ever on the fence about doing a 10-week challenge, or, if anybody is stuck in a rut or whatever, I would just say, go do it. Give it a try. The worst that can happen is you do the 10 weeks, you hate it, you never come back. I can almost guarantee that won't happen, but, it's absolutely worth it to give it a shot.